Thank you, sir, for doing this with me. Your name?
My name's Alex.
My name is Dalton. Nice to meet you.
Dalton.
Yes, sir.
So, what do you want to ask me? I'm
So,
sorry, I'm a little awkward. I'm a night shift worker.
no, you're good.
Kind
You're
of fits
tired
the
of
vibe.
How long have you been here?
I'm going on 4 years at this Waffle House. They've had me work at a couple of other ones off and on, but mostly just sticking with this one. I like.
Have you worked at the one uptown?
No, I've been over there a couple times, but I haven't actually worked at that one yet.
Oh, okay.
I've worked at Lone Oak. I've worked at Jacksonville. I've worked in BB. I worked in Searcy, but the one across town, no, I haven't worked at yet.
Oh, really? That's interesting. How long have you been up? How much sleep you on right now?
You don't want an answer to that.
Yeah, I do.
Night shifts typically 10-hour shifts. I think I've been up since about 6, but
like 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Dang, bro. You sleep all throughout the day?
No, I'm an insomniac. I don't run on a lot of sleep, if I'm being honest.
Dang,
Usually
bro.
I go my weekend without a lot of sleep, working Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I hit a hard crash Monday, about 12 hours, and I'm back at it again.
Bro, I don't think I could do that. I need, I run a lot.
It gives me something to focus on, to be honest. I prefer it. I volunteer for the weekend shift, so I can't complain.
Okay. So you're used to staying up and having no sleep now?
Pretty much. I've had trouble sleeping since I was a teenager.
Really?
Only a couple of things that really help with that, and frankly, I'm at a point in my life where none of them interest me, so I'd just rather be a little bit progressive, and I don't know. I guess these people just make me feel appreciated, so I'd rather be working with them.
That's true. I like coming in there because usually y'all are like Waffle House, good service. I came from Illinois. I just moved down here, and up there,
it really gives you a nice dose of Southern hospitality.
Yeah, down here, the ones down here are completely different. Up there, the one is shot up and hood, and no one goes to it. And then
the furthest north I've ever been to a Waffle House was Branson, Missouri. I worked up there for a little while, not at Waffle House, but I went to a Waffle House while I was up there. It is different as you go further south.
Yeah. So you went and ate at one?
Yeah, I never even considered working at Waffle House back then. That was
years
ago.
Before. So now, do you like eating at Waffle House now that you work there all the time?
To be completely honest, no.
Yeah.
When we work our shifts, we have meal credits that basically let us eat certain things here for free. The majority of the menu, if we work a shift, we can eat for free. Okay. There are some things like chicken, cheesesteak, pork chops. We got to pay for prime meats. But after eating what we're provided for quite a while, it kind of burns you out on it, to be honest. And kind of find your own ways to mix it up after that. But no, if I'm off the clock and I got to pay for it, probably other places I'd rather go. But that's just because I'm personally burnt out. That's not saying the food's bad. After a while, it gets same old, same old.
No, it makes sense. That's why I've thought, I've been looking for a job recently. And, I was thinking about working at some of my favorite restaurants, but it's I don't want to ruin it because then I'm not going to want to eat there again because, you're around it nonstop.
I'm going to be honest with you, though. If you're wanting to find a job at a restaurant, Waffle House would be a choice.
Really?
It mainly our meal credits and our PTO policies. Can't get into too much details on those, but both of the policies are better than most of our competitors for employees.
Really?
It's a solid choice.
I'll have to look into that. I got an offer from UPS recently to work at their store, so
I don't know nothing about them, but
yeah, I think they have good.
I like it here. I can't say it's better than other places, but it's better than most I've worked at before. But you got to do what's best for you, man.
What's the craziest experience you've had? Craziest people coming in, and what time was it?
I'm gonna be real with you. Probably the most wild thing I've ever seen here was I went to carry the trash out one time, and it was probably 5:40-ish, almost 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And there was a guy that had his girl pushed up against the brick wall behind the dumpster, and they were not getting it on, but they were getting there.
Bro.
That was kind of just, what?
Oh my gosh. And you were tired, and you're like, what the frick?
I literally was just like, all right, that's too much. You guys carry on. I'm just going to finish what I'm doing and get out of here.
Bro.
I came back 30 minutes later. They were gone.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they were still there. I was
no, they were gone. It was...
Bro.
I didn't want to go back over there, but curiosity just wouldn't let me leave without seeing it. Probably second to that, we had a group of really drunk people come in one time, and
What, like 12 o'clock?
Probably like 3. The
Oh,
bars had
3?
closed. One of them went to the bathroom as soon as they came in. His girlfriend ordered his drink and food. After a little while, he didn't come back out, so they want me to check on him. Problem is, it's really hard to get the doors open from the outside when they're locked. We managed to get it open only to find him face first, moons out, if you understand my meaning. He's passed out on the floor. His girlfriend took a few pictures of him before they helped him get woke up, cleaned up, and back in there eating, and then he passed out in the booth, and they just left him there. Not like left him in the store, but let him sleep while they ate, and then they got him gone. That was an interesting night.
Oh my gosh, bro.
But yeah, there's some crazy things that happen here.
Yeah, I bet.
For the most part, this is pretty tame compared to some of the stories I've heard at other Waffle Houses.
Like what?
Hell, the one in Jacksonville's been robbed a few times, and I'll leave it at that.
That is not a surprise to me, like, at all.
We haven't had that problem here. I think it's because we have a really good... Our police in the city of Cabot are frequently patrolling the area, so it deters a lot of crime. It's a really good area, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like Lonoke County sheriffs, they go down through here like all the time too. So like,
I've seen a few of them. I'm not gonna lie, one of them gave me a hard time. It's kind of stupid. It was actually a state trooper pulled me over and gave me a warning ticket for low air in my tires, and that's probably the only negative interaction I've ever had with a cop. I just thought he was a dumb kid, to be honest, but
that's annoying.
They're doing their job, and I'm doing mine.
That's true. That's respectable. Yeah, I immediately thought like the crazy stories because like you definitely know this, but like me and my friends, like the thing to do is come to Waffle House. If you're gonna go, you gotta go like 12 a.m. because that's like the experience. Like
some of them, yes. Okay, so Lonoke County here is a dry county. We don't have alcohol in it. But right down the road, Pulaski County, they have alcohol.
The stores are right there.
But they have a curfew too. So the alcohol stores, the bars, they have to close a certain time. They cut people off at a certain time. They close a certain time. Usually they start letting people out about 3 to 4. That's when you're going to see the crazies in here.
That makes sense. I'll stay away at that time.
I would recommend that. Yes.
Does it make you hate your job or do you like enjoy it because it's like entertaining?
It depends on the level, to be honest. I don't mind large groups if I'm working with the right team, but sometimes they do get loud and cause me to have a migraine, and that's a little too much. Most of the time, I'll just let them be themselves so long as they're not disrupting other groups. I've only had to call the cops on a group one time, and it was because they were literally an African-American gentleman at High Bar and a group of 3 at this table right here. You can see it through the window. One of the people sitting at the table and this gentleman at High Bar were mockingly using racist insults toward one another.
Oh, dang.
This is... While we might have our own crazy, it's still a family restaurant. I can't have that with other customers in the store.
Yeah, for sure.
So I asked my salesperson to warn them, and she warned them a couple of times, and they didn't take the warning too kindly, and the woman who was sitting at Low Bar decided to challenge us and make a bit of a fuss, so we denied them service, and I had to tell them to leave, and when they refused, I had to call the police. But
yeah,
I've only ever had to do that one time the entire time I was here.
That's good.
And to be honest, I would have accepted, I'm sorry, we'll cool down. But no, she actually stood up, directly challenged me. And I...
Like to fight? Or like...
I'm a supervisor here. I could not actually tolerate that.
Like challenge you to fight? Or like, what do you mean?
No, like she threatened to call the manager and everything. I'm just like, go ahead, but do it from the parking lot because you're not allowed.
What did she expect to tell him? Like, I was saying the N-word and he wouldn't let me. Like,
yeah, right?
That is so stupid, bro.
Yeah, some people can't be reasoned with, but...
That's true.
Most of the time you could de-escalate. A lot of people when they come in here, yeah, they're drunk, but most of them are just trying to have a good time, get some stress out of their life. We've all been there, and I can't criticize for it. Most of the time you could talk them down, just be like, hey, can you be a little bit quieter? I appreciate you having a good time, but you disrupting other customers, and they'll be real chill about it.
Yeah. Most people...
every once in a while where they get a little bit offended, but most of the time they're really cool.
Most people are nice, and you can just talk to them. Like you right now. Like, I just, spontaneously came up here 5 o'clock in the morning.
And like I said, when I was told there's somebody out here wanting to talk to me, I'm thinking, oh, it must be somebody I know or something. No, just some random dude.
Random kid.
I've had worse interactions. I mean, what am I going to do for the next 2 hours anyway?
Do you have to hang around for 2 hours?
It's voluntary. I got a couple of coworkers that don't have a ride right now. So I'm
Oh,
giving them a ride whenever I get off work.
okay.
Plus,
that
I
makes
pretty
sense.
much get to sit around, chill, drink free sweet tea for the next 2 hours. So what's not to like?
It's true. That's nice. So like you're the manager here, right?
No, I am a third shift supervisor.
Oh,
I am a rank under assistant manager, and then we have a store manager, and then there's district and region managers above her. Our
okay.
unit manager is one of the best, most fair managers I've worked for. She's not afraid to tell you how things are, but she takes care of the people that help her take care of the store. And I can't ask for more than that.
Sure.
But no,
That's good.
I personally am not a manager. I'm just a shift supervisor. I have authority. I don't have the right to fire people. Literally, the most authority I have is to kick somebody out of the store if I need to. That's it.
Really? But like, do you like tell them what to do, kind of like the other workers?
If I
or,
see something that needs to be done that they've not noticed, yeah, I kind of direct them in the right area.
So have you ever like had to deal with someone who like don't do their job good at all? They're just like they don't give a
I
crap.
think anybody in a leadership position's had to deal with that.
Is it like more today though? Like
No, no. Usually on weekends we have a really solid crew. Most of the time, if I have to deal with somebody that has trouble doing their job, it's someone who came from another shift that has a different set of tasks and aren't familiar with the way we do things, or someone who's just getting started in training. But for the most part on third shift, no, we have a pretty set schedule on what we need to do. And while we have times when we are very busy, we also have a good chunk of time when we're not, and we can catch up on stuff that we need to get done. So it's not the most relaxing shift. That probably goes to second, but
yeah,
it's the shift I prefer.
I got you. But what's the most relaxing shift then you think?
I'm going to say right now in this store, my least preferred shift would be first. Not because of the mornings or anything like that. I don't want to criticize my comrades because even on the roughest of times, I know it's people in there behind the counter that have my back. But there's just such chaos and lack of communication on first because they're usually in a big hurry. Makes
Is
it
that
difficult when I'm used to working with a
what
shift that
times is
communicates
that?
really well. First shift is from 7 to 2. Second shift is
Oh,
2 to 9. And then third shift goes from 9 to 7. 2 7-hour shifts and a 10-hour shift. And we got the 10-hour shift.
I got you.
That's not me complaining. I prefer it.
Well, it's a lot quieter now, isn't it? So it's like
Well, right now, yeah, we're in the wee hours of the morning. There's nothing going on. That's actually why I'm off the clock. We're supposed to cut a cook early, and I just kind of chose myself since I got to stick around anyway.
I got you. That makes sense.
Now, if we were slammed, we would still both be on the clock. But for right now, there's no point in all of us being on the clock. And unit manager told me when to start cutting if we're not busy, so that's what we did. So I'm just up here chilling. Like, technically, right now, I'm off the clock. I'm not representing Waffle House. You're just talking to a guy.
Well, nice. I appreciate you doing this with me, sir.
All right.
Thank
It's
you.
nice to talk to you as well.
You too, bro. It was a good talk.